We're here at the Reebok Eurocamp with Adam Filippi, the Director of International Scouting of the Los Angeles Lakers. How are you today, Adam?
I'm doing good.
How are you enjoying Treviso so far?
Well, it's not too far from my house in Bologna, so it's an easy drive. I've been coming here for years, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Tell me about what you do for the Lakers, what your role is throughout the year.
Well, I coordinate all the international stuff, which means, mainly Europe. That's a big part of international scouting. Being based from here in Italy, I'm in a pretty strategic spot where I can go to France, Spain, Greece, Serbia, Slovenia pretty easily. So, try to see all the best kids. And, I'm doing this for 10 years, so I pretty much know how to not waste time and know where to go, know who to see, and get all the information and get it together and send it to the office so my bosses can take a look, and then when they come over, they know who to see.
What kind of role does a camp like this play in what you do during the season?
Well, I think the very best kids, everybody knows. It's easy to scout them. It's easy to say that, a guy that's going to the lottery, know all the reasons why he's going there. I think here you get some kids that you really don't know that well. Kids that are very, very young. Kids from the more eastern part of Europe, like from Ukraine, Lithuania, that I haven't seen that much, and I may not know. So coming here gives me a feel about these guys.
How does this year's? How many years have you been coming to Treviso so far?
Well, they used to have it many years. 10 years ago, they used to have it. And actually, here I saw Romanovic, Gasol, Tony Parker, so many Nakbar, so many players were over here. Then they didn't do it for a few years. Then Reebok, wanted to do it again, and they got together with Benetton, and they did a terrific job. So this is, I think, the 6th year maybe in a row, and I think every year it's gotten a little bit better. Coaching staff is the best. They do a great job, and they do a camp the way it should be run. Stations. They teach both individual and team concepts. So I really, really think it's as valuable, if not more valuable, than the Orlando pre-draft these days.
What kind of role can Treviso play in the decision-making process as far as the draft is concerned? Would you draft a kid based on what you've seen here?
I think it could work both ways. You could get fooled by a guy, and at the same time you could get a better idea about a guy. In the past, there have been players that have come here, played one good day, and people are just blown away. I'm not going to mention any names, but it's happened. I think it helps the player to be seen because, if he doesn't choke under this kind of pressure with all these NBA executives, he'll probably do something that will catch somebody's eye. Here, I think most of the kids that come here are mainly second rounders. So guys that are either trying to get into the first round or just guys that may not go drafted and they're going to fit in to the second round. So it definitely helps both the players and us.
Right. What we're looking at, like drills, like today in the morning. Like what are some things you look for as a scout that helps you with the talent evaluation?
The kids in Europe, I think they have a better concept of spacing, and they play 12 months a year, while our college kids only play 5 months of organized basketball. So I think they're a little more advanced with the team concepts. So I already know that coming here that these kids may know how to play a little bit better today. That doesn't translate automatically in the NBA game, though. What I look for, well, seeing a guy up close, like right here, I'm next to the floor, just seeing a guy's body, seeing how he moves, seeing his balance, seeing how he handles contact. To me, that is huge. In a game, sometimes when you're sitting up in the bleachers, you can't see that. So just really, I feel that I even hear the kids speak English, how good their English is. Being on the floor right here gives me a much, much better feel than any game could give me.
Just so you guys understand what on the floor means, there you go, so you can see how close we actually are.
Yeah, we're one of them.
As far as European, and the drafts go, like with the struggles of guys like Bargnani, Milicic, Skidishvili, has it become harder for you to convince your bosses that European players are the right guys to draft?
Well, when I got started, there were only like 3 or 4 full-time scouts, doing this job, and I think a lot of teams were just passing on guys because they didn't know. Like Ginobili, was just incredible. He went. Nobody knew him. That was the truth. Now everybody knows everybody. I mean, we went. I think with the NBA teams went from underrating players to overrating them. You mentioned a few guys. I think in a couple of years they'll be okay. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I want to get the best player available. I think the biggest part of my job, I said this a million times, is just crossing off guys. And when we hear all this hype about a European player, say, no, we're not going to take him. So I think my job is consistent more of not picking guys rather than picking players.
Right. What's your favorite part about Treviso in general?
Well, favorite part, this year favorite part is that we're in the NBA Finals, so I'm excited to be here. We're going to watch the game and all that. But usually it's you meet up with the other scouts too. You get to see a lot of friends that you don't see all that much during the year. To me, it's great just watch the other coaches and pick something up. Myself, I really like watching them and have some good food and hang out.
Right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time and good luck tonight in the game 2.
Thanks a lot.